labeling to do on my end. Currently I just have colored tape, which would be a little bit difficult to work through in a 5-minute video format.
Okay. But if I have, so tomorrow if I want to explain what you're going to do, even though you're going to do it, I can play this video for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that right there is pretty much, I mean, that's your AC panel, minus a couple other, little things like your digital ammeters and stuff like that. That's pretty much what you're going for.
Okay. I mean, the digital ammeters, is I do it as a bonus project at the very, very end.
Exactly. There's still a little bit of icing, but the meat and potatoes is, I believe, is covered.
Can you maybe just explain the new wiring that you have dragged back here? So when I show him tomorrow, it'll be easier to say, okay, here's what we've done.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Including the Cat5 and the sense wires and stuff like that.
Give me a second. The Cat5, all the Cat5 wires go up here because they're all going to your servo. So all the Cat5 cables are down here. With an abundance of extras. As well as this 16.2.
I had a question about that.
This 16.2 is the switch wiring that you asked me to bring over from your Skyla I charger. I think that's the right one.
Okay.
You asked me to pull a switch wire for it. There it is.
Is that the wiring that we wanted for this other panel we're going to put in?
When you asked me to pull it, you didn't really know what it was going to be for or where that was going. So I pull it all the way over, and if you want it over here, it's pretty easy to just pull the slack up here and just plug it in wherever.
So one of the things that came from my conversation with Sam was moving this down and cutting another hole here so these two gauges would be stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, I think we talked about that as well.
Yes. And so he agreed with you on that one. So that's 16 over there.
16.2
would go to this.
No, that's only Cat5. That's VE CAN connected, just like your charger control. I'm not actually sure what the function of the switch output is on the charger.
Okay, so we'll just, okay, all right, I got that, okay. And then the other comment that you wanted to reinforce was labeling this in such a way that people realize that they should not try to shorten any of these wires in the future.
Yeah. I think we'll want to bundle and label the parallel runs. The inputs should all be bundled together where accessible, and the outputs should all be bundled together where accessible on the AC side. So that way, and then labeled parallel run, do not shorten, must maintain equal length.
Okay. And all of the DC wires go underneath and up to the battery box, right?
Yeah, so your DC cables are going to end up in your battery box. You'll have service loops in the hole behind, but you won't see extra inside the battery box.
Okay. Are you still thinking you're going to get to that, replacing that shunt that's back there?
I would like to, yeah. I still have a lot of work to do in there.
Okay.
So yeah, when I'm back there, I would like to do that. It'll be not replacing the shunt, but eliminating the old shunt.
By putting that stud in there.
Yes.
The terminal stud, I guess they call it. Okay. Would you replace both of those circuit breakers at the same time with the new ones, or just the one? The 80 amp that we're going to upgrade to. I bought two of the Schneiders.
Yeah, one of them is for the AC output from your inverters,
And that's where Fred wanted the three.
3 number 10s
Going
in one ferrule.
Yes,
Yeah.
which we'll get Sam's vote on as well. I know how you look. I know how you feel.
No. It doesn't matter to me really. It's not a democracy. That's why I was chuckling. It's like Sam's vote.
Well, I'm more of a benevolent despot.
I was thinking of Fred. But yeah, it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Okay. Any other things you noticed back here? Where does that green ground wire go?
That is going to go to. Right now, I'm thinking it's going to go to somewhere on the panel door, because your main ground is run here. Unless I find a more suitable grounding spot, then that's currently where I'm going to run it.
Okay.
The wire, I believe, is sized appropriately, and that's where you have your. That's where you have your ground currently. So
Okay.
the only other thing will be
So let me